Alright, welcome back to Daily Deck Profiles. Today we have yet another deck that I did not build. This is, vaguely speaking, the 2005 World Championships first place winner deck. I added them a little bit for the gauntlet to make things a bit more fair, and I kind of forget if this is identical or just extremely similar. Well, starting things off, we got Luxac Soldier, Envoy of the Winning, because if you're going to win Worlds, you may as well bring a card like this with you. He actually was playing Sacred Phoenix of Nephthys, and what a great card for GOAT. This card came out at 1 in the format. It was already limited when it came out because Konami actually cared back then about game balance. Crazy. Got a Jinzo. This is kind of left over from the format before. I personally would not recommend Jinzo in this format. Instead, I would recommend Kaiku, which he was playing one of, especially with Chaos being such a thing in modern GOAT play. Kaiku is just so good. He's got an Ashura Priest coming and killing all those scapegoat tokens. You know what's up. Gotta have the removal cards like DD Warrior, Lady Breaker, and Tribe. Got Tsukiyomi for all that great utility. I'm going into Sangan because gotta have the Sangan. Got the Morphing Jar because I guess you liked Morphing Jar. It's kind of a really more situational card than something you should just run and GOAT for the sake of it. He has Apprentice Magician, who will be summoning Hand of Nephthys, which will let you summon your Sacred Phoenix of Nephthys, as well as summoning your Magician of Faiths. And the last monster is Sinister Serpent, because it is so good to use with so many of those cards in GOAT. Next up, we got the spells. We got the big 3 of GOAT format that is Graceful Duo and Pot. Then we got our spell trap removal of MST and Heavy Storm. Then our equipped spells of Snatch, Steal, and Premature Burial going on to the 2 Noblemans to get rid of those pesky flip effect monsters. Followed up by 2 Scapegoats, the titular card of the format. 2 Metamorphosis to make use of those Scapegoats. Playing 3 is super bricky. It's also a very noob mistake. Playing 1 Brain Control, because in GOAT format, if you're playing Tribute monsters, you may as well play this because you can tribute the monster that you take of this, so it just makes things so much better. We got Swords or Revealing Light for generic stall, and I guess, you know, just a thing people played back then. Would not recommend this in modern play. 1 Enemy Controller, honestly very spicy tech even today, but you know, back then you're using your Scapegoats, you're taking all their stuff, it's super good. 1 Book of Moon for the utility, no, that's 2 Book of Moon for all that utility that it brings. Book of Moon being a very high skill ceiling card. Next up for the traps, we got the big 3. Followed by Mirror Force, bringing up some of the slack. Then he's got a Bottomless in there, that's pretty forward thinking. Not a bad card really, it's at 3 in GOAT, so why not? Even my cat is making his cameo. He had to do it in Daily Deck Profiles at some point during Daily Deck Profiles Season 1. It's my cat, Colossal Fighter. The last card of the deck is Royal Decree. And that is honestly a really cool card to play, because if you're ahead or if you're going in, you just flip this up, and your guys are safe while you have this. And then maybe you Heavy Storm later, or Sacred Phoenix of Nephthys. Remove this from your field and start playing your traps or whatever. It's not bad. One thing to know about the extra decks in GOAT format is that there is no limit, so in theory you should be playing 3 of every possible fusion that you can make with Metamorphosis, but here's just some good cards. If you really want a more thorough examination of a GOAT format extra deck, check out the GOAT format deck profile, which is going to be the first video in this playlist. Alright everybody, that was just a piece of the series known as Daily Deck Profiles. We are coming up to the end of GOAT format here of this one, folks. We got 2 special decks to round things off that are kind of GOAT decks, but kind of not GOAT decks. When I was saying there was over 30 GOAT decks, I guess I misinterpreted my own list of decks that I own. There is exactly 30. But there's some other stuff I might build in the future. Either way, if you want to start going past GOAT and getting on to the early 5Ds, late GX era, well, tune in at the end of this season, because Season 2 of Daily Deck Profiles is going to head straight into 2008 and moving on through Synchro format all the way up until Hat format. Until then, how about y'all sub or spub?